Hi, this is Alan Schimmel of DevOps.com, and we are at DevOps Enterprise 2015 here with Chivas Nambiar of Verizon. I haven't messed that up too bad, have I?
No, you haven't.
Fantastic. And Chivas, actually, you just presented today.
Yep.
And it was a little bit of a case study on an internal Verizon team in your sort of DevOps journey.
Yep.
Why don't you share a little with our audience?
Yeah, so at Verizon, we've been trying to figure out how we can move faster. If you look at our marketplace and our competitors, they are working in the marketplace to try and get our customers, and we have to be able to match their speed and do better. So with Verizon, we took an application set of tools called Coffee, and we were in a mode where we were doing releases once every 2 months. And through looking at DevOps practices like making smaller changes, decoupling systems from large enterprise releases, we've gotten down to doing changes a couple of times a week. So tremendous story there. Really blessed with amazing technical partners on my team who've done a lot of the heavy lifting. So good story there.
It's always a team.
Yeah.
So, one of the things we always hear in DevOps, Chivas, is it's more about culture than tools.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us, in your particular case, how did you affect the cultural transformation?
It's an interesting kind of point-in-time story. So we were looking at this about 2 years ago when I took on my new role at Verizon as a leader on the operations team. And what I noticed very quickly was that our development teams are all incented and motivated to get new products out the door fast. Our operations teams are incented to make sure there are no customer-facing issues. And so in getting the teams together and saying, no, we have one goal, and our goal is to ship things to our customers faster so they have better products and services, that was the defining moment where we got our culture aligned around doing one thing as a team.
Excellent. And then once you have the cultural transformation underway, tools often play a role.
Yep,
is that kind of the pattern?
Absolutely. And what we find is that the tools are enablers. So if you look at what our tools do for us, it is help allow transparency in the entire environment. So if you have the right set of tools, what you're doing in the system becomes transparent. What your systems are, your systems are performing, how they behave, that becomes visible to everybody, and now you're spending your time actually dealing with and reacting to real issues instead of things that pop up because of ignorance or the fact that you just don't know what's going on in the environment.
Okay, now Chivas, with the tremendous progress that you've made with the team, what's next? What does next year's progress look like?
So it's not next year, it's actually this year's progress.
Okay.
We spent a lot of time in the past 3 years redoing our consumer portfolio. This year we're actually trying to roll that out across the entire technology organization. So we have about 1,087 applications, and the teams that work on these 1,087 applications that we're trying to empower and move into this model of working.
It's a lot. There's a lot on your plate.
Absolutely. It's a fun job.
Yeah, that's what keeps it interesting, right? So Chivas, besides your own session, which you've completed, what are some of the other sessions that you're looking forward to here at the Enterprise Summit?
There are a couple of them. There is a whole session on how to use Docker containers to redo
That seems to be very popular.
Yeah, it is. It's fascinating how the entire development pipeline is changing to fit that model. And we're looking to make sure that Verizon's at the forefront of that. Saw this amazing talk by Tom Limoncelli about the 3 things that you shouldn't do, like things like don't blame people when things go wrong.
Yes, no finger pointing.
No finger pointing, right? And how you go out and don't build very expensive systems, do all your redundancy in software. Really amazing conversation starter there, and hopefully something that I can get my teams to also watch.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be filmed and it'll be available on YouTube, as will this. Yep. So it should be available to them. Chivas, that about runs us out of time, though, but I wanted to thank you for speaking here at the DevOps Enterprise Summit and speaking here with us. And best of luck to you as you enjoy the rest of the conversation. Thank you. Alan Schimmel for DevOps.com.